Be honest, you've been in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru, you're seeing all the cars wrapped around, and you're thinking to yourself, I want to own one of these. Matter of fact, I know I can. It's only $10,000 to own one. And the funnier thing is, they don't even work for the company, so they don't even know the strict policies that they have in place. They don't even know the aesthetic that Chick-fil-A is looking for. Pay attention to their owners. A lot of them are people that might have started working there in high school and worked their way up the ladder to become that. But to sit there and think that you just randomly waking up one day and owning a Chick-fil-A is the play? Today I'm breaking down the pros and a lot of cons with Chick-fil-A. It's not that easy. It's a lot deeper. I got you. Chick-fil-A looks like the American dream. It's always busy. Lines are always wrapped around. It's constantly traffic, except for Sundays, which I'm gonna dive into that in a minute. But let me tell you, this is not your little lemonade stand that you had when you were growing up. It's a lot more difficult than that. And here's the thing, you're not really an owner. You're more like an operator. Matter of fact, that's exactly what your title is. You can never be an owner. You're more like a manager with a little bit of equity. And that's if they like you. And that like you is something that I really got to dive into because I don't think y'all even understand. Every year, Chick-fil-A gets about 20 to 60,000 applicants to be operators. Once again, that's that word. But in theory, they only choose about maybe 80 to 100 a year. So think about that. All those applicants, and you got this small chance of getting there. And 9 times out of 10, you probably don't even work for Chick-fil-A. I want you to really think about it. You got a better chance of getting into the NBA, being 5'7" with bad knees than owning a Chick-fil-A. It's really like that. And the sucky part is, yes, it only costs $10,000 to open. It doesn't cost $1 million or $2 million like your McDonald's or Popeyes up the street. And that's because Chick-fil-A, they don't care about your money. They don't want your money. They want people they can control. There's a certain aesthetic that you have to fit. They want a humble, loyal, clean cut, go to church every Sunday kind of person. That's the aesthetic that they're looking for. So let me break down how ownership works since everyone seems to know, but I don't think y'all really know. When you own a Chick-fil-A, you do not own the building. You do not own the land. You don't own anything. Chick-fil-A owns all of that. You're just an operator, which for people that don't know what that means, essentially you're a glorified general manager. You just get a better cut. Just know that when they address you, you are an operator. You're essentially leasing their dream. Try to sell it and see what happens. Try to pass it down to your kids. Try to own multiple ones. They ain't even having that unless they really, really like you. And since we're talking about them really liking you, think about when they don't like you. What do you think's gonna happen? But there are some pros, and here those are, because I don't want to be just negative. Chick-fil-A is going to make bank. A lot of these stores average between 8 to 12 million, anywhere in there, and some even make more. So what do you think that means for you as the operator? You're going to make anywhere between 200 to about 600,000 or so, which that's a lot of money. I'm not going to talk down on that at all. You really gonna make your money. And the cool thing about it is they handle the marketing. They handle a lot of stuff for you. All you need to do is focus on that store. So again, if you don't have a lot of money and you really got that grit and that grind and that hustle, Chick-fil-A just might be for you. Especially if you're real community oriented, you like fundraisers, you really like to be a people's champ for your city. This is the perfect franchise for you. But on the other hand, if you're somebody that you want to do your own thing, you want to be your own boss, we talked about the pros. Now let's get back to the cons because there's a lot. First off, Chick-fil-A is really picky about how you run things. There's no remixing anything. There's no changing anything. You have to be by the book. Now, don't get me wrong. Most franchises, if not all, are like this. They're all pretty much by the book, but Chick-fil-A is to a different standard. But back on the positive side, if you think about it, how many times have you been to a Chick-fil-A and things went wrong? It's not a lot. So they're very structured for a reason. So that's one of the positive ways to look at this. Also, you have to put in a lot of work. And what I mean work, I mean like you actually have to be there. You actually have to work. On-site leadership, like you actually have to be in the store running things. You have to get back there and fry some chicken every once in a while. Chick-fil-A doesn't let you just say you're the owner. You have to actually put in that sweat equity. So if you thought that you were just going to be on Instagram in Tokyo or in Bali somewhere talking about how you're an owner of Chick-fil-A and you're not putting in any work, it doesn't work that way. Speaking of work, you don't work on Sundays. If you're an owner, don't you want to be open 7 days a week? And don't get me wrong, that's no knock to anybody. I understand people's religions and I understand all of that. So that's not even the point I'm trying to make. I'm just doing it strictly from a financial standpoint. If Chick-fil-A is already on top, think about how much more money they will be generating if they open on Sundays. So really think about it. NFL Sundays, you can't be open. You cannot make money on the Super Bowl. Take it from someone that used to manage a Wingstop. On Super Bowl Sunday, you make so much money. You're dang near making triple what you would make any other day. So that's a lot of money down the drain. And lastly, you can be removed if they want to. If they don't like you, if you're not doing things Chick-fil-A's way, if they just don't even like the way you look. I'm kind of joking, but you get what I'm saying. They're very strict and you don't have anything to show for it. All it is a farewell. It's no payout, no percentage of the store. Again, you can't sell your store. So it's just simply see you later. All you have is your Chick-fil-A. So the number one question is, should I still try this? And I think ultimately that is all on you. If you are all about service, community service, structure, being off on Sundays and being under somebody else's strict rules, then I would say definitely go for it. But if you have that real boss spirit, you're trying to do things on your own, create your own lane and move to your own beat, I wouldn't recommend it. Chick-fil-A is tough. It's levels to this. It's levels to everything in life, but Chick-fil-A, it's a different type of level. 1 out of 10, I would say Chick-fil-A is like a 10 when it comes to ownership. So just keep that in mind. So if you got what it takes, who knows? Pushing spicy chicken sandwiches, it just might be the play. It's all up to you. Ultimately, good luck to you and your journey and whatever you want us to do. But I just wanted to take the time to break it down to people what owning a Chick-fil-A is really like. Because I think a lot of people really think all you got to do is put up $10K and run a Chick-fil-A. No, sir. No, ma'am. That ain't it. By the way, like, subscribe, leave comments, send it to your friend. YouTube is probably going to only send this to about 10 people. So, I got to get what I can get. And the funnier thing is, they don't even work for the company, so they don't even know the strict policies that they have in place. They don't even know the aesthetic that Chick-fil-A is looking for. Pay attention to their owners. A lot of them are people that might have started working there in high school and worked their way up the ladder to become that. But to sit there and think that you just randomly waking up one day and owning a Chick-fil-A is the play,